Old Joe is going to address the nation tonight about Omicron, and as embarrassing as his public appearances are, it may not actually be as cringe as this video the White House just put out, which is basically the gist of what his entire speech is going to be.
Get your booster. 1, 2, 3. Just like a seed for a little kid, just like the heat from a rocket ship. Sometimes all you need is a booster.
To be clear, that isn't just some random TikTok chorus. That's an official video that the White House put out, thinking that that would help somehow stop the pandemic. Senator Pocahontas, Elizabeth Warren, Cory Booker, CNBC's Jim Cramer, that human 8-ball of ridiculous financial advice, have all tested positive for COVID this week, despite being fully vaccinated and boosted. And I'm not one of these people who says the vaccine doesn't work. I'm sure that it does dramatically reduce the severity of the illness. Just unlike the mainstream media, I acknowledge that there are risks and possible side effects with any vaccine, and people have a right to be concerned about an mRNA vaccine since, well, it's the first of its kind to hit the market. I don't give medical advice whether someone should or shouldn't take it. As a media analyst, I just cover what's happening. Someone who has no idea what's happening, however, is Joe Biden, who tweeted this well over a year ago in October of 2020. Quote, "We're 8 months into this pandemic, and Donald Trump still doesn't have a plan to get this virus under control. I do." No, obviously you don't, and something that CNN can't get under control are all of the alleged child molesters who apparently work for the channel. One of Chris Cuomo's senior producers was just arrested for allegedly paying parents that he would meet in some online degenerate forum to bring him their children as young as 9 years old so that he could abuse them. And Project Veritas is reporting that they've just uncovered allegedly another one of these creatures working for CNN. And of course, the network won't issue any comments about whether or not they have fired this person or turned them over to law enforcement. But little Brad Stelter, who God knows what websites he visits, is carrying on as if there's nothing unusual happening with CNN and ran a segment called "A Week Full of Embarrassing Headlines" for Fox News. This after the January 6th Commission released text messages from several Fox News hosts that were sent to Mark Meadows, President Trump's chief of staff, urging the president to make a statement to tell everybody to go home after the mostly peaceful protest got out of hand. Which, of course, he did. And in case you forgot, every big tech platform took that video down. They censored it, claiming that it violated their policies about election integrity because the president acknowledged that people were angry and then said something about the election that you're not allowed to say in America anymore because we're not a free country, and then said, "Go home, please be peaceful and go home." Now they're even calling it a conspiracy theory if you say the obvious that Joe Biden's not running anything. Mediaite reports that Maria Bartiromo dangles a conspiracy theory that Biden is not actually in charge during her interview with President Trump. "Who's running the country?" she asked. Since Snopes and others will probably fact-check the claim that Joe Biden's not really able to run the country and declare that it's false so that anyone who posts that on the big tech platforms will have those posts dumped down the memory hole and censored. Just like Amazon's doing over in China for President Xi Jinping's new book, anyone who doesn't leave a 5-star perfect review for the book singing praises about it has their review taken down by Amazon. Amazon is technically committing fraud by removing the reviews for the book, but then again, we're talking about a company which has been banning books in America, so God knows what else they've been doing over there in China. Meanwhile, back here in America, well, actually, I don't think I would call San Francisco America, but in San Francisco, Nancy Pelosi had a little heckler problem.
Member of the state legislature. This is if. So, in any case, Mark disown that.
Twitter literally added a trigger warning to that clip in the comments, which they started doing recently under the leadership of the new CEO. Kind of like how the Biden administration put trigger warnings on the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, and the Constitution. Seriously, if you look them up on the National Archives website, there is a trigger warning up there at the top. They literally did, because there's some disparaging language in the Declaration of Independence about the Native Americans. Speaking of foul language, however, this just happened to a Fox News reporter who was doing a live segment from Times Square.
As of now, the ball drop is expected to take place as scheduled, but that is under review. The mayor has said that he is going to meet with Times Square officials and look at the possibility of either canceling or modifying that celebration if the statistics do call for it.
You know, this really should happen more often. Every time somebody sees a cameraman doing a live segment on the side of the street or at sporting events, we should start hanging up banners everywhere. And of course, you should get a Let's Go Branded shirt. It's too late to get it in time for Christmas at this point, but if you want to get a belated gift for yourself or others, head on over to my online store, markthis.com, or click the link in the description below. Order a Let's Go Branded shirt, or my F. Joe Biden Wanna Buy a Vowel shirt, and Arrest Dr. Fauci shirt, or any of my awesome designs. So head on over to markthis.com or click the link in the description below and check them out.